welcome to Maybe We Could Help, the podcast where we give our unsolicited advice on random topics. I am Tasia Royale.
I'm Sheena.
I'm Risha.
Father's Day is coming up, and we're just going to talk about our fathers. It's just kind of rock with us on this one because we have some kind of up and down relationships with our dads, but we're not going to glorify the negatives because we didn't do that really on Mother's Day. So why would we do that on Father's Day? Because we really do know a lot of good fathers. So we're going to glorify the good fathers on Father's Day, but we are going to tell a little bit of our daddy stories. Thank you, Lord. Yeah. Who wants to start about daddy? Well, Sheena, you actually had a father in the home for some times. Neither one of us did.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead.
About 2.
Oh yeah, he was in the house for about 2. Okay. I did live with my dad for some time, but go ahead.
Well, my dad I love my dad. My dad's awesome. And I was a daddy's girl. So, my dad was the type of dad that he was like hunting, he was fishing, he was always working on something. So, he didn't have a boy for quite some time. My younger brother is like 5 years younger than me. And when he was old enough, when we were old enough to do like the hunting, biking, camping type of stuff, he was still a baby kind of, or a toddler. So he would do it with me and my sister. My sister was more the girly girl. So I was his tomboy. And so I went fishing with my dad. He taught me how to fish. He taught me how to shoot a gun. He taught me how to fight. He taught me everything that he probably would have taught a boy if he had one my age. So yeah, I have a great dad. And of course we had our ups and downs, but that's any relationship. But overall, a good dad. I think I'm better, a better woman because I had him as a dad. I mean, I'm teaching y'all how to fight now a little bit. I need to go back to that though, and we need to go back to surprise jump scares. But
I do need to know how to defend myself, but
such a girl.
Literally. Both of y'all though.
I know. I said
y'all, they are such girls. Like my dad had me
like
skinning deers.
Call my lawyer right now. Call 911. I'm the Karen, but I ain't gonna call for no reason. But if you coming for me, call my lawyer.
Seriously, because we is at our big age, ain't no need to be fighting
with hoodlums. No way.
Oh no, ma'am. That meet me outside. Come outside. I will not.
My face.
Are you crazy?
That's your own emotional immaturity that you need to go work out your own soul salvation. I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all.
To fight you, to put hands on another human.
That was like
well, hopefully, not at this age, but back in the day,
but
you
couldn't be surprised.
But there are
women be ready.
They do. They be ready.
I'm talking about me.
And I just be like, sis, get a little bit more class about yourself.
That's why I said I do like the zombie apocalypse happen. That's the only reason I would want to fight. But come on now,
I think that every woman should know how to defend herself.
I agree,
but no, not to be fighting in the streets.
But that's what I got weapons for.
We got too much class.
I will pepper spray so bad.
That's what we got weapons for.
No, seriously, that's what I got weapons for. I mean, for right now, granted, it is still good. Just in case you can't reach, you got to use your body. You got to use what you got.
You got to be able to get to the weapon.
You have to, right?
Yeah.
So I get that. I understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the type of dad I had. He wanted me to know how to defend myself. I can probably use almost any weapon because of my dad. And he used to have us out shooting deers, and then when he got back with it, we had to help skin it and cut it up.
And brave at a young age.
Yeah, I was like probably 8, 9 years old when I first held a gun and learned how to use one.
You know how old I was when I held my first gun? It was 2018, so I had to be 23.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I was 23.
I don't think I've ever held a gun.
Wow.
Ever?
You've
never shot one
range.
Never shot one.
It was so loud.
That's good. I mean, that's a good thing, right? Yeah.
I mean, I really no. I still want to know how. No, I don't know. Have I held a gun?
Boy, your mama put that gun out in ATL, boy. Put that gun right on
my
the table.
Yeah, she would put out a gun.
I was like,
quick.
come on through, Miss Melody. Miss Melody.
She would pull out a gun quickly.
For real.
That story. We went to Atlanta for a hair show, and when we travel, we take our whole family. So my mama, my mother-in-law, our pastor, all of us.
Which is Sheena's mom.
Yes, which is Sheena's mom, her kids, my daughter, all of us was there. So me and my husband decided to play a prank on everybody because everybody was in the living room and the kitchen.
And it's a big house.
It's a huge house, big house.
It was really
nice. And the way it's set up, the whole balcony had you have like 3 entrances. Like it's a door from the kitchen, it's a slide-in door from the living room, and in one of the master's bedrooms is a door out in the balcony too. So it was super dark, and we kind of already had this not eerie feeling, but our guard is up because
we had heard something.
I think we did hear something.
And everybody was tripping out that same night. It was like, I want that, or it was either the night before we was watching that movie.
But it was but nothing had happened. Nothing had went wrong. We were fine. So me and Aaron, we was like, let's go play a trick on them. So I run to the kitchen outside door and I knock on it like super hard. And I run back, and by the time they go to it, they was like, I ain't seen nobody out there. And Pastor was like, cut off all the lights.
The scattering that was done.
My mama
because they didn't see this, but the scattering
we're in
that
the
was
area,
done.
we don't know nobody.
I hear the commotion. I'm just like, what's going on? Aaron's in the bathroom, because I told Aaron, I said, Aaron, go in the bathroom so I could tell him you was in the bathroom, so I don't want to be lying or nothing. So I was like, what's going on? She's like, somebody knocking at the door. And then next thing I hear, my mama comes stomping out her room with her gun, and she just lays it on the table.
The table was waiting for the next noise. Like, I dare a cricket to make a noise. I dare a cricket or a bug outside to make a noise and it's getting shot.
What? She said, I said, what happened? She said, it was a noise out there. So I guarantee they won't do it no more. I'm ready.
I was
and they all sitting in the dark. They just sitting in the dark because our pastor told them to cut off the light.
Child, my knees were still burnt. I said,
and we told them it was us. It was so funny.
No, y'all was gonna go do it again, and they was like, "Nah, we ain't about to get shot now."
Exactly.
Yeah, that was because I said, "Look, hold on, I ain't getting shot for you. My mama's gonna shoot me if I go and knock on the door. Knock on that door again. I can't do that." But that's what they mean by my mama.
That was the off topic though. We had to tell y'all that story, but that was the funny gun story.
But
definitely
a story worth sharing.
Hilarious.
Oh,
okay, but back to fathers. Well,
all good things. All good things.
Okay. I lived with my daddy for some time.
Okay.
In middle school, I think it was at seventh grade. I think I lived with him for about a year. Me and my mom. I thought it was gonna get back together, but it didn't really stick. I don't know. My dad is really old.
Really
old.
really
old.
Really
I think my daddy's in his 80s now, and I'm 28, and my daddy's in his 80s. So yeah, my daddy's old. So yeah, he's cool.
Yeah,
he's cool. You're hilarious.
He's
bro.
cool. He's.
That's all right.
I don't think I have any memories. Like, he let me have a sleepover at the house.
Okay,
that's good.
Yeah, he let me have a sleepover at the house.
All right, that's something.
I'm trying to keep it positive, guys. 'Cause not that we have daddy issues, but as you know, the whole generation sometimes before us, like, they did what they had. They did what they knew to do. And it's not like we look at them bad because we love them beyond their flaws. So we just want to put that out there. But not to be all awkward, but it is literally what
how
it
happened.
is. Right. As I say, we can't change what happened.
I'm not mad at my dad.
Yeah.
I don't hold animosity towards him because it really is what it is. And I mean,
a dad.
He's just a dad.
He got you here. Look at God.
Yes, exactly. I'm here.
What would we do without you?
And I know he loves me too. How about I say something a little petty? No, I'm not. I ain't gonna say it, but he does. I think he does love me.
Amen.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What about you, Risha?
I was a daddy's girl to like the core, like the absolute core. My dad could do no wrong growing up. Like, I didn't care if he wasn't there for me like that or whatever the case may have been. I was like, that's my daddy. I will as soon as because he never really lived here like he would, but then he would be like in Jersey or something because that's where my dad's side is, or he would be like, I wouldn't always know where he was living, put it like that. And I'd be like, soon as he come in town, I'm like, Dad, Mom, going with my daddy. She'd be like, no, you're not. I'm like, Mom, it's my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just can never do no wrong. He was more like a friend to me though as I got older more than a dad, you know, because my mom was like really like the mom and dad or whatever to me. But, you know, he did tell me, you know, like when I turned 18, I had got like my first tattoo, and then I got my belly button pierced. He was like, all right, now don't be out there doing too much and getting yourself all, you know, looking unpresentable and stuff. You want to still look like a lady. I said, yeah, I got it, you know. But I still listened to him. And then, of course, when I was 18, we had our little spiel. He let me do some things I shouldn't do. But he still was like, at the end of the day, I'm your dad. I don't want to see you like this ever again, you know? And I was like, okay, got it. But either way, he did, like I said, what he knew to do. He felt like it was best if I explored the world with him versus exploring it with a man or somebody or friends that don't really care about you. And I could understand that. Doesn't make it right, or, you know, technically in a parent perspective way, because if my mom knew, she would have raised all types of Cain. But I thank God for the experience, you know what I'm saying, for everything. And he did teach me how to color when I was little, you know. And I thought it was a Sesame Street coloring book. And I remember just like coloring with him. And I know that's like a small memory to people, but I'd be like, I was literally coloring. That's when I feel like I remembered I learned how to color. But yeah, he was a cool dad. He was one of the ones, if you guys would, you know, like when my brothers had kids, they was like, don't call me granddad, call me G-Pop. I'm like, bro, you're getting old. It's okay. But he actually is just 52. He just turned 52 June 1st.
He's pretty young.
Yeah, so he is pretty young. My mom was like probably 6 years older than him. But that was it. But he was a good guy.
Realized my daddy saved me from a beating one time. He did. I was sitting here, I was like, I got to have a memory, because I think I buried that
Sometimes
part
you have
deeply.
to think a little harder.
Yeah, because I ain't really interacted with him in years, because he's in the nursing home. So that I don't really know where it is. So
I almost go ahead. I'm sorry.
But no, he did. I remember I was in elementary school, and I could have sworn I told my mom I was going to somebody else's house. I really could have sworn I did.
Just like what happened to me.
And I did. And she had this whole neighborhood looking out for me. Like, it was a neighborhood right beside Pastor Tank Elementary School, D-Bry, that's what it's called. And everybody in D-Bry was looking for me. My god sister, my brother had all his friends looking for me. They really legit thought I was lost. Like, cops called, thought I was lost. And I don't even remember how this came about, because my mama knew I was friends with the girl who house I went to. So I guess she came and just checked, her and my dad. And she was so mad. She was like, I'm gonna kiss you when I get home. First of all, my mama only beat me one time in her life, so I don't know what made her think that she was gonna beat me this time. But anyway. Anyway, my dad was like, don't beat her. Please don't beat her. She didn't, you know, she was just a mistake.
And Tay was so cute. Tay was the cutest little thing ever. She was so cute.
Like, what? You gonna beat me?
Oh my gosh,
ma'am. No, you're not. But okay. But yeah, that was a good memory, because he did save me from getting a beat, even though she won't go beat me.
that is crazy.
So I have a question for you ladies. Let's start with Risha. Name the characteristics you think a good father should have.
I'm
sorry, you want to give us one at a time, or what you want to do? Okay,
you could just go down your list of like a few things that when you think of a dad in your mind.
I think of a great role model, like a great role model of what a man should be to a daughter and to a son, all in one. You know, to a daughter, be that catering. You know, that's my princess. Move the mountains and the world for her, but still let her know, you know, and then like set that standard for her. And then you show your son how to be a man, how to treat a woman, how to, you know, provide for your family, how to love, you know, and do everything in love. Because a lot of times people do things out of emotions. Like they always tell you, don't beat your children when you're mad, like calm down, because you're gonna hurt them. So just that balance of, you know, being a role model more than anything. Somebody you would be proud to see, you know.
That's good.
How about you, Tay?
Somebody who's fun. I think good dads are fun. Someone you can talk to. Someone who's strong enough to protect you, but gentle enough you can talk to them. You know, they leave that open space. Someone who draws the line as well as a father, because at the end of the day, I'm your daddy. Not I'm your daddy, but
I ain't one of your little friends.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't one of your little, you ain't just going to talk to me sideways. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So someone who draws that line, but also is able to enjoy their children. because it's easier to raise children that you enjoy.
And to be dominant.
Not saying
like,
you
know,
shouldn't
like,
enjoy
well,
your
I'm
children,
the
but
daddy.
you know what I'm saying? Just
I wear the pants around here. You know, just
there's a whole bunch of
Be
authority
free,
and not
yeah.
fun, and they can't
Yeah.
relax. They're so stuck up. And of course, someone who is present.
yes.
Being present matters more than what
You
anybody
give
can
'em.
ever. Yes, being present.
And being present doesn't mean being home
Right.
or being around. Like you could be in the house with someone and your attention is not there.
Elsewhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That so you being present and being present while being present.
Yes,
Facts.
absolutely. Not just in house strolling on your phone, engaging with the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Doing something with the kids. So those are
Or some
good.
craft, like everything, like that stuff
Yes.
matters, bro.
Playing Barbie. You can play Barbies with
Yeah.
your now.
Little tea time.
Harmony and Aaron
Right.
gets on my nerves with the way they play Barbies. But I let them play Barbies. How they want. They fight Barbies.
Oh,
They
Lord.
literally take the Barbies together and they just like swords. I said, that's not how.
But he got a little mixture of sun in there. That's what it is.
So I just be like, Lord
He needs a
have
boy.
mercy.
He needs a
He
boy.
do.
Jesus. But I
It's
let,
supposed
I
to
let
be,
them
you
play the
know.
Barbies how they want to play Barbies.
That's
So
beautiful though.
Here's what it is. So to me, I see a father as a spiritual leader. And maybe that's because that's what my mom is. And I feel like someone who is covering the family,
ooh,
you
that's
know,
good.
praying for them and providing for them, and someone who can carry that weight on their back if necessary. I think that men are built strong, and I think that's why they're not made emotional as well, because if somebody's emotional, the world gets heavy really quick, you know. But when you can think of things logically and you can kind of navigate your way through problems and issues without getting overly overwhelmed by it. And so, yeah, being a good leader, provider, protector, and that disciplinarian. Like, you know, I feel like children get that nurturing part, but if you have the nurturing without the discipline, then you end up just having a spoiled child sometimes. Yeah. Right. Right. There you go. A sensitive brat. They expect nurturing from everyone versus being able to sit down in place and listen to a teacher. And because that father figure in the house is going to be like, no, you need to sit down. And the mom's going to be like, it's okay. Come to me, baby. And he's going to say, nah, this ain't the moment.
It's so hard to do.
This ain't the moment. They need to sit down. They need to focus. And that's why it was so many people that they can't focus. You know, they can't sit in a space without some sort of entertainment and get something done.
Right.
You know, I think that's what the father kind of brings to the equation. And that's why they're so important, because you don't want, you know, one without the other. You want both. You need both to be a balanced, well-rounded individual.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So give me some examples, ladies, of some good fathers that you know. Let's shout them out.
My man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man.
Yes. I was definitely gonna say AP, our god brother.
Yes.
He is like
Absolutely.
legit, and I look up to him. He's like a human computer up here. He got God up here first, you know, and then he's just his journey. Like, he's so admirable. I'm like, bro, you my bro. Like,
Yeah.
yes, brother. Do your thing for your family. Do your thing for God first. But he just, and he's so, and I guess I've watched him, you know, raise, you know, a kid that his wife's son that wasn't his, you know, like from when he was 5, and it's like he disciplined him as if he had, you know, like that was
Birth to
his.
him, yeah.
But he had so much structure. He was so respectful. Like, you would never really just see them out there being disrespectful to anybody. And I felt like he was my daddy for a second. I said, wait, you got to.
I think he fathered
by
all of
me.
us
Oh,
in a way.
he
He's younger than
did.
me, but he definitely fathered me at
Yes.
times. He definitely got me together
he
a
got
few
me
times.
a couple of times.
Yeah, he got
It's
me
like, you
together
know,
one
but he
time.
did it in love. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't always like rough, but when you need it. Like, I think one time it was like stern, but it was through God, and God was like being stern. But I was like, you the real MVP. And of course, my real brother is my oldest brother, Deshar. He is like amazing. Like, I know he like lives in Georgia, but he adores his daughter. Like, this is the only daughter he has. And I love it. The first time I saw him, like, you know, shed tears because he actually had to leave. I had never seen him because I don't see the experience of him leaving when he has to leave, go back to Georgia. But he was just like, man, sis, he was like, I hate this part. Like, you know, and I was like, brother, I know. This was like in my mind, I see how families can be. So it's like, I don't ever want to put my child through that or the man through that because that's not okay. Like, especially when you have a good man that wants to be a good father, you know, but he had to do what he had to do.
I agree with that. My brother, he has a difficult situation, but he literally makes the best of his situation. Like, when I tell you, like, a lot of people be like, yeah, I'm going to put that man on child support. My brother was like, I bet you won't. I'm taking care of mine. Like,
Period.
we going to fight for half custody. I ain't going to go too much in their business. But my brother takes care of his daughter. I know he don't want another one, but I would love to have a nephew from him. That would be beautiful, please. But yes, he definitely takes care of his daughter 100%. I feel for him sometimes because of the situation, but it's okay.
Yeah, I think my brothers, all of them actually. I have 6 brothers. One of my brothers passed away, but he still had a daughter, and he was a good father while he was here. And then all the rest of my brothers, they're all good fathers. I thank God for each and every one of them. I watch them be examples to their kids. They're in their children's lives. They're present in their children's lives. You know, most of them, I think except one, like, have bought their houses and have their kids in there. And, you know, AP actually is one of the ones, of course, that she was talking about. I have an older brother, Eric. Then there's Paris. Then CJ, Aaron, not in that order. Sean, Lionel. Sean, he loves his daughter. You can see it when he talks about her and how his eyes light up. And it's been times where even Risha took him all the way to Charlotte to see her. Of course, it was quite the trip, but Jesus. He went and he saw his baby. So, you know, and it's you could tell he loves his baby. But all of my brothers are present in their children's lives, so I love that fact. And all of them, except for one, are married to their children's mother and still present. So that's good. Yeah,
That is amazing.
Yeah, they're all married to their baby mama. Well, it's not even a baby mama.
Wife.
It's a wife. It's a wife.
To the woman who they have children with.
Yes, they're all married and made families.
That is very important.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 6 men and all but one.
Yeah, I never wanted that.
Let me tell you my other brother
was
to not be married to the person.
Right.
You have a child with
that father figure is so important.
Yes.
Like, I don't even know, because I know I went through what I went through for a reason. I'm not saying, like, I just be wondering, like, what would my life have been if my dad was actually in the household all of my life? Because when I did get married at 22, I had never lived with a man. Like, I didn't have my brothers in the house, like, you know what I'm saying, because they were from other mothers. So it was like, I didn't know how to really be in the presence of a man every day, all day. I'm just like, this is different because we didn't live together before marriage. So I was just like, ooh, all right, you know. But granted, he did give me my space, you know, so it wasn't like, it was different. You know, I really didn't know what to expect, though. Like, I was like, I got to live with a man.
Mm-hmm.
I remember having that conversation.
That's important because, and I noticed too, like, even when I talk, because we always talk as sisters, and I noticed my take on how a man should be can be a lot different than y'all's. From not having, I lived with my brothers, you know, and
I
then
lived with my brother too, but we are
a lot far apart.
We're like 7 years apart,
right?
And he was off doing his own thing. He pretty much gave me his space, but he was always there if need be.
Right, but see, I was constantly interacting with my brothers, constantly, like, especially me and AP. We were in the same grade. We hung out at home. Mm-hmm. We had to get homework. It was different, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, my father, of course, even after he divorced, we were with him every other weekend for the most part, unless something came up. So it was like, and then I had my grandfathers, both of them fathered me.
I
you
remember
know.
my grandfather. How do we forget about grandfathers?
How
Talking
did we
about
forget
fathers.
about granddad?
I didn't really know my grand. I'm sorry, but I did cut you off. But it just made me light it. Cause wait, I did knew one. I knew one of them. I met my dad's dad one time in my life. Then my mom's dad was lit. He treated us like we was little boys though. He would beat up on us and stuff, and you know he had a garden. He would cut turtles' heads off at night. He would had 2 chickens cutting them, like he would cut and they would be flapping around the yard. We had a time with my granddaddy. Like when I tell you that my granddaddy was legit. Like he was lit. He was.
I don't know my dad's dad, but my mom's dad, I knew him. I was the favorite. I mean, because why can I not be? Guys?
Lord have mercy.
No, I'm playing. But seriously, I knew him. Me and my brother were actually his favorite. I mean, you can debate it all you want, family members, but I'm pretty sure we were the favorites. But he was cool too. I don't remember like a lot of memories, but I remember money. I remember he giving money, and I feel like
for real, you know, he had change. My granddaddy had change.
That's where you got the change.
And every time I would go over there, he had a thing of quarters in the kitchen, and it would be like it would be mostly quarters, and I would take some quarters. He wouldn't mind. Like usually, it'd be for school for the next day for me to get ice cream. He knew I was going in there. He probably had it up there for me. I was gonna take some. I ain't take it all, but now every time I see change, it's mine.
But my dad was also a vital person in my mom's life because my mom didn't live with her mom her whole life. She lived with her dad. So she lived with her dad. Basically, I'm gonna say maybe like high school and up, maybe middle school and up. So their dynamic was great too. That's why we were the favorites.
Oh my gosh,
we were because she lived with them.
Yeah, my granddads were huge in my life. They really
so
were.
Cool.
I mean, both of them huge. And so I have tons and tons and tons of memories. Just sitting on the porch, and my grandma and my granddad on my mom's side always had a garden, in the backyard, and my granddad always had like a field and stuff. So we were always involved in yard work, and so just having them and like it's a different dynamic to soak in that male influence and have the opportunity to do so, because I'll be saying stuff and then like y'all will tell me something, especially Risha, she'll be telling me something he did something, and I'll be looking at her like that sound normal. And she be like for real blah, 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 blah. And I remember telling Risha one time, I was like, and she was like describing what she needed from me. I was like, no, that's a girl. That's girl stuff. Men and boys don't do that.
When I want logic, I will go to Aaron. But if I want kind of emotion, I'm going to go to my sisters.
Yeah.
I know the difference. Aaron's going to give me reasoning.
Yep.
And what makes sense. I don't want to hear that all the time.
You want an emotional answer.
I want an emotional answer. Most of the time.
Mm-hmm. And that's why even when you become a wife, it's important to know the places. And so, and even if you didn't grow up with brothers or fathers or anything like that, you can learn by just being able to study your partner, and because they're going to give you the logic. They're going to tell you that doesn't make sense.
They literally cannot give you nothing else.
Right. They don't have emotional answers really.
No. Besides a hug or a kiss on the forehead.
Yeah. And even that is almost like out of pity. It's not natural. It's just like, oh, come here.
I mean, I can't say like when me and Aaron are talking about like something we saw on the internet or like saw out and about, like we do talk like kind of catty, but not like girly. It's not just like, did you not zesty? It's more like, you see that? Yeah, I saw that. That was just kind of
right.
It's kind of like y'all give
connection.
It's kind of like
the
best
conversation
type thing.
That best friend dynamic.
Like that, but ain't gonna give no emotional answer.
But yeah, granddaddies though, like that really made my day. Just thinking about my granddad, like I didn't even think about a granddad when you was talking about fathers. I just went straight to my dad.
Dads,
but my grandfather was a really great man. He was a mortician, so I remember going there to the funeral home, and he was doing somebody, and the body was laying there. I have so many memories of my granddad, but just a few. But the body was laying there, and like next thing you know, you hear a noise, and then like it just set up, and he just smacked it down. I said, I don't want to come back, grandma, mama. I don't want to come back. I was so scared.
Scarring for a child.
I never went back down there. Because I was like, I didn't even want to be in a funeral home after that, because I was like, they can get up. they can get up. What's
Just
gonna
smacked
happen?
it
They're
down.
gonna get up. Seriously, like
Just
my granddaddy.
the nerve's still working.
We used to take his dog and like literally tie his dog up. Schemo was some type of dog. I think it was a husky, but he was all white. I could be wrong. I don't know, but he was an all white dog that had a lot of fur. And like I remember we took him down, like we tied him to the wagon, me, Nay, and Karita in the summer. We tied him to the wagon. It was like, go, like a little reindeer. And the wagon was the red one where it just detached. And he took off and he ran away. And my granddaddy was like, what y'all doing, my dog? He ran away.
Did he ever come
We don't
back?
know where he went. He did come back. But the thing about it is we saw him walking. It was a man. It was a Caucasian man. And he had like all these dogs. Walking a lot of dogs. I don't know. But Schemo was in the number. He was like, Schemo, what did you do?
Like, first of all, you belong over here.
Right. And when I tell you, he was a great dog. But I remember this one time, but he bit me on his birthday. And my mom I don't know when my mama did this. I don't know if she didn't know, but everybody set me up for the okie doke because my mama gave him a chocolate cupcake. I didn't know dogs can have cupcakes since I was 5 years old. I reached down and I pat his stomach, he all laying up by the door and he just bit this one right here. And I said, there we go.
Why?
I don't know. I was just rubbing his belly. I think he was angry. I think he thought I was trying to kill him because he smelled the chocolate. He didn't eat the chocolate cupcake. So I think he thought somebody was trying to kill him. I don't know because he's never bit anybody.
You
He
put a
didn't
hit out
bite-
on me with this chocolate.
Seriously, that was my only thought because I was like, because I think
Maybe his
somebody,
belly
I
was
found out
hurting.
eventually.
Did you have a little bit of it?
I don't know because I don't think it was still sitting there. So I really didn't know. I genuinely was just rubbing his belly and he bit me and then he ran under the porch and my granddaddy and my mom was trying to kill him. Like she's trying to get him with that. She was like, well, my grandma had to end up taking me to the hospital and I had to get like mad shots. That was so crazy. But my granddaddy, he didn't get rid of him, but because he wasn't that type of dog. Like I think he just had a bad day. And it didn't scar me from dogs, surprisingly, but I loved going around my granddaddy house. We used to play a lot of tricks on him. He was a heavy sleeper, so we put Vaseline and powder on him and lipstick, and he used to do a lot of stuff in his sleep. Like, he did this karate move in his sleep, no cap. We literally was like, what are you doing? Like, he did it in his sleep, like, and he used to work at, he would wake up with all the stuff on his face knowing he got to go to work. He was like, y'all play too deep. He used to cuss us out real bad. Oh, he used to cuss us out. Like, when I tell you to cuss it, and then that time he just come up
I
and
don't want
hit
to do
you.
this anymore, Grandpa.
It was just
Too darn bad.
seriously, like you were just like I told you, like he didn't have like a lot of grandsons because my grandma, like all my aunts had girls at first, and like Tavon and Rayshawn, they was like young and probably babies and not even around. So he had a whole bunch of granddaughters that he was treating like grandsons. So I'm surprised I'm kind of not that tough, but I am. I was still a girly girl. But it was really fun. We had a fun childhood with my granddaddy.
Dads and granddads are awesome.
They
man.
are.
They are.
That's why they need to be in these babies' lives for sure.
Especially
They are.
girls. I mean, men too. Don't get me wrong, because
Both
they
of
really
them.
do need a man. But being that I'm a woman, I love my daddy still. Even though we had our ups and downs as adults, like, and things did have to shift, but I still love him. Like, I'm like, that's
Seeing that in Harmony and Aaron, sometimes it gets on my nerves because I'm like, man, you just wait till I get my son. We gonna be best friends. Don't even worry about it. I want my daddy. I miss my daddy.
don't do that.
When's daddy coming home? Call daddy. But it is a beautiful. Honestly, it is beautiful. A beautiful thing
It
to
is.
see.
It is. So, do y'all have any memories of uncles in your lives?
My
I only
dad,
have
my
one
sister.
uncle.
I mean, my mom had all sisters.
What about your dad?
Great
uncles?
my great uncles was lit on my daddy's side because my uncle Jamie, he actually passed away on this day 5 years ago, right before my mom. That's crazy. R.I.P. But he was like the uncle that you go to cookouts. Everything he was cooking out.
Jamie?
Yes,
Yeah,
my
I
Uncle
remember
Jamie.
Uncle Jamie.
You could do anything there. You could stay up as late as you want.
Yes.
You could watch any movie you want. Like, his house was the movie place.
It definitely
Until that
was.
one time we watched Paranormal Activity when it first came out years ago. 3 o'clock in the morning, me and my brother and the cousins. And something failed. We was like, turn this off. We don't do this. And my uncle didn't care. He didn't check on us or nothing. Like, he just let you be. He was that uncle. He was the uncle. I
What
love
about
and
you?
my Uncle Gavon, too.
I only have one uncle. My granddad only had one son. And yeah,
On whose side?
on my mama's side.
Okay.
I don't
All
know
your
if my
daddy's
brother.
brothers was gone.
I don't even know. Are you trying to be funny? Because my daddy's older.
I think my mom has.
I mean,
like,
was
a
he the
brother
oldest
in-
sibling?
in
Was he
New
the
York.
youngest?
I don't. When I tell you I know none of that, all I know, and I'm not trying to be funny because y'all always assume that black people got Indian in their family, but legit, he legit does. I know he has Indian on his side, and I'm pretty sure
Native American.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Native American, in that side of the family, and I'm pretty sure somebody was a close slave, but I can't prove it.
Yeah, my great grandmother actually was.
Mm-hmm.
She was. My great grandmother was Native American, and they actually defeated their, like, killed them, most of them, and she was
The masters.
I don't really know what happened. She was enslaved from her people though.
Yeah.
Like and you don't really hear about that a lot, like Native Americans being slaves, but she was actually a slave. She I've seen all kinds of, oh God, I've heard about her 100 times. Her hair was super long, and she would just roll it and roll it and roll it and roll it until the biggest bun ever. And her husband and her connected together because he was half Native American, or he had Native American in him. So I guess he could talk to her, but he was also black. And she would they were slaves, so the slave master would send her husband in the field. My great grandmother was alive to tell us these stories about her mom.
I wish I would have been able to sit down and talk to my family like that.
Yeah, I mean, she was live. She was cognitive. Her 99th birthday, we all went up there and celebrated. She was cooking in the kitchen, like ma, So she was telling us these things, and she was just like, some of her brothers and sisters they came out, they have blue eyes, and some of them, when we go visit that side of the family, they don't look black at all, because they would marry white people, and they just kept getting more and more Caucasian, so you can't even tell who's who anymore. And then they were Native American and white, so they don't really look, well, they're not black at all.
Mine,
so you can't
opposite. Tell. Like my they got darker because my grandmother loved black men. I mean, dark men. Like my grandmother's dad is 100% white. Like he's just a white man from Camden. He was 100% white, but then my grandmother married a black man. My mama got with a black, like it just kept getting darker and darker
and darker.
So you be like, you ain't got no white. Yeah, I actually do.
Well, my great grandfather was Native American. My dad's dad
was Native American.
Was Native American. She showed me her birth certificate. I thought it was pretty cool because I was like, he was in the tribe in Virginia. Yeah. She told me about.
And where we live on the coast of North Carolina, so it's kind of like a mixing of different.
I mean, Native American was very, very Native American, prominent here. So it's not uncommon to actually be one of them black people that can say, I got Indian in my family.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to be that person, but
and they taught us that
American. You know what you are. Like, that's why I be like, I literally have a great grandfather that is Native American,
and I'm not trying to be like, I got this in my family. It's just
it's true, right? It's true.
It's just how it is.
Yeah, you could look at Ma and be like, oh yeah. She should look like she should have feathers in her hair.
My grandma looked like an Indian child in her picture.
She does.
I was like, good God, grandma, that's
your
you.
Grandmother
but she doesn't have the same dad as all the rest of her siblings. I never understood that until I got older and she told me, oh, we have different dads. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Right.
Like,
that's why you look different.
Like my aunt, like my dad's sisters, they got like nice hair. Like my Janetta, like they got nice hair. My aunt Desi, they had thick, nice hair. I was like, I like y'all hair. But of course, I mean, I had long hair, but then my mom start permanent, but we not talking about
you fall in that category.
I do.
I had good hair.
They like until my mama she broke my hair off in 8th grade, bro. I promise you. And I never let her relax my hair again. That's why when Machine was like, oh, go natural in 2009 before natural was natural.
Before natural was natural.
I was like, bet.
She said, start getting them relaxers.
And I know this ain't about father, but I'm saying my
way
hair
back
off.
in the day.
Wait. But listen, we're going to go back to fathers real quick before we wrap up. Any last words about the amazing men in our lives?
Amazing. And my
I just want to thank God for every great male example, especially
100%.
in a world that's trying to, erase masculinity. So for every male that is out there that's still doing good, that's working it
Kudos to
out, that's
you.
sticking with their family,
Even if you're
shout
not,
out to
and
you.
you're doing what you gotta do from a distance, that matters because
It
sometimes things
does.
just don't work out, and we understand that. Long
Yes.
as you do what you do for,
For
your
that
child,
baby.
that's
Amen.
all that matters.
Yes. Whatever it is you're doing good in your life and you're doing well in your life. And we shout you out and we are grateful for each and every one of you.
And Happy Father's Day.
Absolutely. Go ahead, wrap it up. That was nice.
Happy Father's Day, guys. You guys are awesome. We are proud of you and we love you no matter what the world tries to tell you. You are important.
Absolutely.
And we thank God for you guys. What you say?
I said, what did that lady say from the help? You is important. You is
you're
smart.
You
You
smart.
is
You
kind.
You is important. Okay, guys. We
Amen.
love you guys. She has a husband. We about to get one.
Amen.
So, we thank God for all the good guys that's left out here.
100%.
I said left. We like it ain't.
Like it ain't many. It is.
It is.
I told y'all
it's
where
a lot
they
of y'all.
hiding.
They
They
are.
hiding.
Which they should.
They should.
They definitely
should.
should.
And y'all hiding too.
We are. We definitely are.
But again, it ain't about y'all. It's about y'all amazing fathers out there.
Yes.
Amen.
We're
It
so
is.
grateful for you
So
guys. I am
grateful.
very grateful for my
Absolutely.
husband. And Harmony, when you watch this in the future, you come back and you thank me
Oh
for what
my
I did
gosh.
by giving you your daddy. Okay?
You're welcome.
You say thank you. And I'm going to
You're
say you
welcome.
welcome because I loved you. So I gave you a good daddy.
That's it.
Thank you,
Because that's what
Lord.
we do when we love our kids. My kids have also a good day. Y'all welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Amen.
Amen.
Y'all got good genes. Nehemiah he's a great athlete.
Amen.
You're
That
welcome.
didn't come from me. You welcome.
Mari, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Amen.
Mari
Bella in the
Nehemiah.
future, you're welcome. I don't know
Hmm.
what your son will be named, but you're welcome.
Amen.
Little one.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Everybody is welcome.
Y'all welcome, and we love you guys. Happy Father's Day.
Yes.
Happy Father's
spend
Day to
your
y'all.
time doing whatever you want to do because it is your day.
It's your day.
All right then. Don't let no woman make you cook on that grill. Say no. It's
No.
your day.
It is.
But happy Father's Day, and thank you
Happy
guys so
Father's
much
Day,
again
guys.
for tuning in to another episode of Maybe We Can Help. Please like and subscribe and share to your family and loved ones. And again, if you want us to talk about any type of subject or conversation, just let us know. We want to talk about it. I am Tasia Royale,
I'm Sheena.
I'm Risha.
and have a great night. Bye.
Bye.